The Riddler timeline is playing out to a T, guys. We're not even making this stuff up from Marvin Gaye. You guys remember this timeline right here? We're going to be talking about it because it's literally playing out to a T, guys. Right? I'm not making this stuff up. The new financial system is literally on the horizon, and I'm definitely not selling my XRP. You're not catching me selling my XRP until I see the new financial system live, guys. Now, first things first. The end of cash is near. They are trying to all go digital and then bring in the CBDC to be programmable so they can, you guys know how you spend, you guys know, right? On what you do, what you can do with your money and whatnot. Eventually, they'll be able to make your CBDC money expire or disallow certain products. Major Australian bank to end cash withdrawals from its branches as the end of paper notes looms. Again, what do we talk about, guys? As cash turns into what, guys? Ash. And remember, from The Economist magazine, that the phoenix is standing on top of all the burning cash, right? That's literally turning into ash, which means the phoenix rises, which is what, guys? XRP, right? We're not making any of this stuff up. Digital currency, yuan, comes with an expiry date. Spend it or it'll vanish, guys, right? And then guess what's happening with China? You guys ready? It has begun. I can't believe it. It has begun, guys. The Riddlers were right all this time. From Gold Telegraph. Breaking news. China and Brazil have reached a deal to trade in their own currencies, ditching the US dollar as an intermediary, guys. What? Intermediary, guys. Adding up, right? Again. So everyone's trying to ditch the what, guys? The United States, the USD, right? But why? This is all a show or a ploy to further accelerate the demise of America, right? As Rome fell at one point in time, guys, it's going to be happening again. But with what? You guess it, the United States, guys, right? Wow, I can't believe it. It's all adding up. Project Sandman describes 100 plus nations agreements that, when triggered, will see those nations simultaneously dump the dollar and abandon the petrodollar status that has, right? Well, which they'll try. They're trying to end the dominance of the USD, guys. Right? We're not making any of this stuff up. It seems like literally the end is near. The economic implosion is right before our face, guys. Now, check this out though. But since China and Brazil just reached a deal to ditch the US dollar, but it's not just Brazil. Think about it. China is now buying oil from Russia in their own currency and also brokered a deal between the Saudis and Iran. The petrodollar is on the verge of being dethroned, right? Again, we're heading into a what, guys? A level playing field, right? So it seems like everything's about to become fragmented, guys, right? The future world is about to become isolated, or these islands will be separated from each other. They need a bridge. They need a currency that doesn't have any bias to any other country or nation, guys. Which is what XRP. Our time has come, guys. I'm not selling my XRP until I see the new financial system go live, right? The other coins that I hold will have to go first, 100%. Then check this out. Who did that, guys? Joe Biden, right? He's not doing anything. But remember, in the timeline, which we're about to talk about in a little bit, who comes into play, guys? You guessed it, Donald J. Trump, right? This is all a what's a problem, reaction, solution. At the end of the day, how don't people see what's really happening, right? For us to enter a new financial system, it needs to get really bad, guys. People are calling for the Great Depression and whatnot, guys, right? It's time. Now, is the United States dollar losing its privileged status as the world's reserve currency? Barron's reported that both China and Brazil have undergone discussions and decided to trade in their own country's currency. These are seemingly calculated moves by Brazil and China, both which are BRICS nations, guys, right? Guys, is this the craziest thing? What's happening? We're talking about BRICS. Where is that? BRICS is right there. What? Right? The new deal will allow China and Brazil, both top rivals to the U.S. economy, to execute trade and financial transactions directly with one another, exchanging yuan for reais instead of going through the U.S. dollar, right? What is the purpose of BRICS nations? The BRICS nations of Brazil, Russia, China, India, and South Africa are said to have joined together as an emerging market force. A Goldman Sachs economist by the name of Jim O'Neill once predicted that these economies would dominate the world by 2050. As BRICS was originally formed for investment opportunities, are a few of these countries now preparing to overthrow the United States dollar. Remember, they're trying to force out a new financial system, right? But not just one system. I think there's going to be multiple systems, right? And then It's all fragmented, which means there needs to be a connection between all of them, guys, right? A bridge, so to speak, which we know, right? Who's David Shore's favorite team, if I'm not mistaken, guys, right? The Golden State Warriors. The bridge. Think about it. Emerging as the next global superpower, we can only imagine this. Imagine this has been in the works for a while, right? It's all pre-planned. That means Brazil and China now leaves the United States dollar behind. The Brazilian Trade and Investment Promotion Agency said in a statement, the expectation is that this will reduce costs, promote even greater bilateral trade, and facilitate investment. Right? So this is happening, guys. They're trying to undermine the USD, the reserve status, right, of the USD, the US dollar, which means things will literally implode, guys, at that point in time. Look at this, right? We're seeing a lot of things take place as we speak right now. Not only that, but Saudi Arabia comes into play, enters trade alliance with China, Russia, India, Pakistan, and 4 Central Asian nations to step further away from reliance on the USD. Well, they're all ditching the United States dollar, folks, right? Wow. This is the craziest thing, guys. Right? Oil refinery as well, all that stuff with what, guys? With the yuan. Not the USD, but the yuan. We go down here. This is where it gets really crazy. You guys ready? Some very interesting things going on. Very interesting things, you might say, right? So check this out, guys. I'm super happy. I'm super excited. It's time. We're not making this stuff up. China, Russia turns up the heat on US after Xi Putin meet in Moscow. Remember, this is all happening during Joe Biden's presidency. You don't say? But the timeline shows us Joe isn't even there, right? Who's there to introduce what, guys? XRP to the world. Donald Trump. Literally, that's Donald Trump, folks. We'll talk about the timeline just a bit. Which it means Joe Biden will destroy the United States economy, right? Which will in fact destroy everything else because it's all interconnected, guys, interlinked. And then who comes in as the savior? Donald Trump. Always remember this, folks. Now, we see Russia and Xi right there, right? Basically best friends at this point in time. Not to mention, guys, look at this right here, gold, right? Gold is coming back into the new systems, perhaps. So Mr. Trump, Xi, and Putin are ready to push the plan. Faster the plan rolls out, the better. Nobody will control the new financial system. SWIFT system soon to be replaced. It won't be there for too long before 2020 or by 2020. But in the Riddler stated, we are at the end of 2018, or was it 2019, guys? I'm pretty sure end of 2018, right? If I'm not mistaken, which means we're getting very close, huh? The year change, or because I'm pretty sure the SEC delayed. Well, they delayed it for this specific reason because this wasn't happening 2 years ago, right? But now it is. This is why there's literally a case ongoing with Ripple and versus SEC, guys. Not to mention, XRP is literally rising while the financial system is literally collapsing as we speak, folks. Right? Think about it. It's all planned ahead of time. So basically, the SEC's role is to delay the inevitable, right? For the world to be ready, and then the case concludes at that same point in time, guys. We're not making this stuff up, not financial advice, by the way. Now, change of structure will absolutely occur. Digital credit, trust, and liquidity will soon be injected, which will be XRP. So here's the timeline, so to speak. SWIFT. Transfer of system west to east, right? SWIFT has to innovate or adopt. Remember, SWIFT using XRP at the end. If they don't, they're going to die. Something else will rise. We already know what will. HSBC plays a key role here in transfer of system old to new. Liquidities are still flowing at the moment left to right. Dollar system is now gone. However, fiat is here to stay, right? Dollar system now gone. Into gold is back with his new friend, the center of the new economy, which is XRP. They're going to be best friends, guys, in harmony. Then AIIB, use of chips right here, beginning of quantum financial system, gold-based XRP, true liquidity as real-time settlement. Do we not see the new financial system is literally about to go live, guys, right? I mean, how don't people see what's happening? They were telling us before, guys, right? How long ago did they post this timeline? Marvin Gaye, guys, right? Or the Riddlers, in fact. Years ago, guys. The global center of money. So here's the actual timeline. We go down here. What do we see right here, guys, right? The DS. Donald Trump was going after them, actually, in interviews. He's been recently calling out the DS, obviously, right? All that stuff. Then we see national emergency, right? All these things occur. Look at this. Q, right? America's being torn apart. right? It's being ripped inside out, guys, which means it signifies that America's collapse is imminent. But Donald Trump comes in as the people's savior at the end, and you guys can see the flag behind Donald Trump is now restored, right? So it's teared right here, or torn apart right here, but then it's restored right there. Think about it, because Donald Trump comes back into play, right? Is Putin right there, and then Xi right there. All these people, guys, are all interconnected. As you guys can see, they all love each other, right? Then BRICS, right? Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, guys, all these people will join the same thing, right? So it seems like this has been pre-planned so long ago, guys, right? A very long time ago. Not financial advice. This is huge. Not many will understand, right? About them using or ditching the USD for trade. This is huge. Not many will understand. Not many understand. Everyone is so obsessing about XRP's lawsuit on whether it is a security or not, but we have been looking at it all wrong. As countries are moving away from USD en masse over the last few weeks, what is happening? The cryptocurrencies are beginning to move. Why? Because US no longer matters. It doesn't matter what the outcome of the lawsuit is going to be. Interesting. These are your red curtains, and this is what's happening behind them. While the commoners are waiting for the curtains to open, it will already be too late, guys, right? Exactly. XRP is a security where America, what is the United States doing? Because they're playing the damn role, guys. At the SEC is playing, they got the message, they got the signal. Hey, you must delay the case, or it's not going to be looking good for you, SEC people, right? Because the world needs to be ready at the same time the case concludes. And look at this now, right? The world's getting supposedly very close to being ready, guys, if not already now. But I'm thinking it's very close, guys. So close, we can't even imagine it, right? Wow, this is the craziest thing. XRP is not a security, but XRP is a security in the red, and in the blue. XRP is not a security, which is literally the rest of the world. Guys, right? They all love XRP. Even America does. The SEC does. Gary Gensler loves XRP. Don't worry, folks. Not financial advice from Fame21 more. Medium of exchange is a real story. Being able to swap value in real time, instantaneously, and cross borders. No need for reserve currencies, right? We already know the game plan. Looking for a level playing field. Not to mention, these countries don't trust each other, right? So they need a currency that's agnostic, so to speak. XRP will be used for all cross-border payments, folks. I can't believe it. So XRP is going after all the money. Not to mention, the big players, banks, are already signed up for the quantum financial system. Banks collapsing, liquidity crunch all around the world, political wars, BRICS nations, Iran and Saudi joining forces. Ripple and XRP are the heartbeat of the new financial system. Not to mention, guys, look at this. XRP is literally everywhere. Vanguard, BlackRock, right? All these major institutions throughout the world, guys. Not only in America, but everywhere, right? This is how XRP goes to an insanely high price. This is not financial advice, but this is just what my plan is, guys. I'm waiting for the new financial system. It seems like it's about to be going live very soon, right? We're not even making this stuff up. Then the United States dollar is losing its reserve currency status. Here's what you should know. Basically, the USD has been the backbone of the global economy for decades. Several countries are even use the USD as an official currency, like El Salvador, right, and a few others. By the way, guys, I'm trying to talk as fast as possible because there's so much to talk about, right? And if I don't talk fast, it's going to take a long time. This video, it's going to be a long video. Now, in 1944. The Bretton Woods agreements established the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. 44 countries agreed to a global monetary system that would be underpinned by the USD, which in turn was backed by gold. The system was done away with in 1971, right? The future proves the past and the past proves the future. So the past, we're in a global currency, or a gold was back into play at that point in time. It means the system will be going back to a gold standard, right? Soon, perhaps. Hopefully, guys. Historically, the USD has been a safe haven for international investors. In times of crisis, money often flows into the United States dollar as investors seek refuge from trouble in other economies. But what will it be this time, guys? XRP, if I'm not mistaken, right? But XRP soon to get clarity as well. This is the craziest thing. But 2014 was a huge turning point, right? The trend is called de-dollarization. Right? This signals a desire for countries to back their own currencies with gold rather than the USD, which means it's giving power back to the people. We, the people, folks, right? Russia has turned to Chinese yuan to reduce reliance on the USD, guys, right? De-dollarization in Chinese-Russian trade, guys. It's ramping up, as you guys can see, right? What's happening? Other markets are shifting to the yuan as China becomes a more influential superpower, right? But this fight is far from over for the dollar. The dollar still dominates foreign exchange reserves, being chipped away. Here's a chart from the Federal Reserve that shows how foreign exchange reserves have changed since 2000. The dollar has been slowly but steadily losing its share of foreign reserves, guys, right? Slowly but steadily. At one point in time, it's going to be a big bang. Does this mean the USD is doomed? Not at all. It's all considered one of the most stable currencies, if not the most stable currency in the world. This is still a strong demand. There's still a strong demand for the US dollars, but now the dollar has serious competition, right? So it's beginning, guys. It's beginning. What's happening? You guys ready? Oh my. Not to mention, just in China and France complete first LNG gas trade using Chinese yuan, ending reliance on the USD for energy trades. France is coming into play as well. Can't believe it, guys. Wow. But remember, they're all on the same side and the same team at the end of the day, guys, right? Never forget this. Over the past 2 weeks, guys, all these things have been happening, right? Russia considering using Chinese yuan as reserve currency as well, right? The percentage of global reserves in USD dollars or US dollars is down from 72% in 1999 to 59% now. Is the US dollar dominance decreasing? It sure is, guys, right? Can't believe it. High inflation and the banking crisis are putting even more pressure on the USD. Exactly. Why? Because they're trying to kill it, guys, right? It's all a ploy. It's all a show. The former chief economist of Goldman Sachs is advocating for BRICS nations to expand and confront the dominance of the dollar. Suddenly, people are paying more attention to central bank gold purchases. Exactly, guys. This is why I'm going to buy gold right before the physical gold, perhaps, and physical silver as well, right before the damn collapse occurs, guys, right? Just a little bit. If I can, guys, at that point in time, right? But then, mainly, I'm all in XRP. It's time. But last but not least, from the Wolf of all streets. Meanwhile, in the United States, we are arguing whether C Rocket is a security. Exactly, guys, right? What is the SEC doing at this point in time? Remember, America will have its Trump card. Oh, I forgot to state it, guys. The Trump card will be XRP, right? Trump comes into play with XRP, which is the quote-unquote Trump card. Prepare. Not financial advice. The Riddlers foretold this many years ago, guys. Prepare. Not financial advice, and beware. But anyways, that's so fish. Amazing, and see ya.